spectator sport. It's the second quarter. It's the host, Lott, the freshest dude in the business. I mean, I ain't the tallest, but I'm damn sure the freshest. But we keep it moving. We see y'all out there. I know y'all see us spectator sport. Props to the people down at Highland Jungle, my boy Cortex on the 1 and 2.
Cortex in the building.
Muscle in the building doing his thing. We got Grammy on the boards. We got Muscle on the couch. We doing it big over here. Nano Chang was in the building. It's crazy over here. You know, I'm just thankful to be in the building. But let's go ahead and talk about these topics. Second quarter, we got the Heat. He had a big win the other day. They took it back to Atlanta. We put the A in Atlanta. The Heat took down the Atlanta.
Without LeBron and Wade.
Without LeBron and Wade. Chris Bosh hits a 3 at the end of the first regulation. The Heat winning triple overtime. Unbelievable game, man. I just love to see the way Bosh played. Bosh, Cold World, Chalmers, Rio. We see you, Rio. What you say about the Heat game the other night?
I mean, the Heat, I was surprised. I thought it was like, damn, LeBron and Wade out. I mean, it's not even going to be a game I don't even want to watch. And then I'm watching the game. I'm flipping back and forth between I think I was watching one of the BCS Bowl games. And the Heat were competing. They were up. I thought they was going to win it. But, you know, during overtime, you see that they have depth in that bench. I mean, they have players on that team, you know, besides LeBron and Wade that they can win with. And Bosh just stepped up like he was supposed to. Charles Barkley, you need to stop hating. People need to stop hating on Chris Bosh now. The man's proven that he's an all-star in this league, and he's a tough cover. You're not covering him one-on-one. So Charles Barkley and all you commentators, y'all need to stop going in on Chris Bosh. Barkley's just such a hater. Or he's not. He's been posting up. He's been taking people outside. He's been doing his thing this season, and you can't hate on that. And if you don't watch it, you're watching the games every night. I don't know what you're not seeing. I don't know if Weight Watchers are affecting your eyesight, Barkley, but you need to understand this man is putting people in the post. He's going to the rack. He's shooting the 3-ball. He's playing like what he is an all-star. He is the big 3. He is part of the big 3. It's not the big 2. It's the big 3. And he proved it the other night when they beat the Hawks in triple overtime with the points he did, the shots that he made, and how he took possession of that team when LeBron and Wade was on the bench.
I'll say this also, and I am a big Chuck fan. And Chuck, you know what? Chuck, you can say what you want, Chuck, because you know what? That's why you Charles Barkley. You allowed to have that type of opinion. We got nothing but love for Chuck on this side, but I will say this. I was one of the biggest Bosh haters all of last year, just seeing the way he looked so awkward. I mean, to me, it was a big 2.5, and it definitely was a big 1.5 in the damn finals, you know, but I digress. I didn't even want to go there, but just Bosh is overall the way he played. It seems like his knees wasn't there, but he came back this year. He looks a lot stronger. He looks a lot more coordinated. He looks like an all-star. So you know what? Props to Chris Bosh for putting in the time in the offseason, putting in the work. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, I mean,
Chalmers putting in work. Bosh
Chalmers
putting in work.
played great. He dropped 29. Chalmers, people are stepping up, but I just want to make sure people know that Chris Bosh is the big 3. He's part of that big 3. He's an important piece of that big 3 because he has that post presence down low now. He's gonna be able to take you outside, shoot it, post you up. I mean, he's going to rebound. He has the weight. So I'm just saying, I just was sick of hearing these people. Kenny from the TNT crew, he was defending Bosh, but Shaq and Barkley, they going in on Bosh like, come on, dude, Shaq, what are you, jealous or something? I don't understand.
Well, you know Shaq. Shaq is a hater. You know Shaq is a hater.
He is a hater. He's a big hater. Bosh doing his thing. Come on, he is the big 3. He's part of the big 3. Be for real.
All right, let's go ahead and talk about Kobe dropping 39 last night. Ooh, go ahead, Kobe. Coming back on Golden State. The Lakers win 97-90. You know, the Lakers been having a tough season. They ain't looking too great in the standings. It's been real up and down for the Lakers. Kobe shaking off injury to come back and drop 39. What do you say about that Laker performance last night?
They're saying Kobe's hand looks so swollen. It just looks ridiculous how swollen the hand is every night. And with his bad ankle or knees or whatever he got that surgery done on. He's Kobe Bryant. He is the mama. That's why he's still one of the best players, top 5 players.
Thought I wouldn't make it, now I'm winning.
Yeah, there you go, Kobe. Now I'm Kobe Bryant, but the man's doing his thing. You really can't hate on him. Bynum's been playing great since he came back. Pau Gasol. The Lakers, to me, I don't really know. I mean, because they lose games they shouldn't, and then they're winning games, in close. But Kobe looked great, though. I mean, you can't. I mean, they did beat the Warriors, but
Lakers
Kobe
5
looked
and
great.
4. Lakers
They're
5 and 4.
I
Clippers
understand
3 and
that.
2. You
But,
think the Lakers take that division?
I don't know. I mean, I think as far as game
I know
30,
you're a Lob City guy.
Yeah, game 30. I mean, game 30 in the season. Then that's why I can make that determination. But right now it's too early because the Clippers still have to gel. They just started playing together. So people want this. I mean, Lob City's great and all, but these people still need to gel together. They just started playing. So I can't expect them to be like, I can't say, hey, they're a better team than the Lakers right now. No, I have to wait until probably about the 30th game of the season to make that determination. But I think with the talent, they got more talent than the Lakers. I mean, just with Blake Griffin and Chris Paul alone, I would take those two
I like Blake.
over, the
Blake is
duo
a
of
monster,
Bryant and
man.
Gasol any day. I mean, I would love to have Bryant, but just to have Paul and Griffin, I mean, because Bryant, I mean, if he didn't have those injuries, I would take him, but just with those injuries alone, I got to take the
Spurs
Clippers.
looking good even with the injuries. They beat the Mavericks the other day, by like 30. So, Spurs looking real good with the injuries. They're 5 and 2.
But Spurs is another team where I think that it's just like regular season doesn't matter because it's what happens when they get into the playoffs. They're going to win a large amount of games, and they're going to go to the postseason. It's like, what are they going to do when they get in the postseason? They're like the Miami Heat. Who cares about your regular season? What are you going to do when you get into the postseason? So the Spurs, they do look good. Ginobili's out for 6 to 8 weeks with that broken hand, though. But the Spurs are going to win games. They have a good team, good coach. So, but like I said, I don't care really about the Spurs because I know what they're going to do during the regular season. Are you going to be one and done when you get into the playoffs? Well, in the 7-game series,
Well, to me, the regular season does mean something. You see how the teams are gelling. You see what you can expect in the playoffs. Right now, the Nuggets looking good. Nuggets and the Thunder are 6 and 2 in that Northwest Division. So, and Portland. Portland beat the Lakers the other day. I love what that Portland team looking like. Even with Brandon Roy retiring, you still got LaMarcus Aldridge. You still got a lot of great guys on that team. You still got what's the kid they got the last year? The All-Star from Philadelphia.
Who'd they pick up? I don't know.
Wallace. They still got Wallace.
Gerald Wallace?
They still got Gerald Wallace. They got a lot of good players on that team. Greg Oden stay injured, so I ain't even gonna mention him.
Spectator sport.
But Portland, they beat the Lakers the other night, and then they come back and they lose the next night. So it's a regular season right now. I expect Portland to make the playoffs. They did it last year, so they have a good team. They have players on that team that's going to make a playoff push.
What about the Knicks? The Knicks are 3 and 4. Come on, man. Maury, Melo, Tyson Chandler. Come on.
Because Chandler's not a good fit for that team. At the end of the day, I understand he wanted the money, but he's not a good fit for that team. He's just not.
What's the problem in New York?
The problem in New York is, they're still not playing no great defense, and Chandler is just Chandler. He's not doing anything. He's congesting the middle of the basket now. Because, Maury, when he's the 5, he plays on the outside. So there's no one around the basket. But now Chandler, he can't play on the outside. He has to play down low. So now it's congested down there in the key. So, people are having trouble getting down there scoring because now when Melo's coming down, now Chandler's man's leaving, double teaming. They're running into that issues. And also with you not being able to play defense, there's problems. There's big problems right now. They have to figure that out. They have to Tyson Chandler. Tyson Chandler, I don't know who Chris Chandler is, people. But Tyson Chandler, yeah, that's it. Whatever. But Tyson Chandler, he's just, right now he has to find his place within that offense and just on that team right now because it's not working out right now. They're losing to teams they have no business losing to.
You know what, talent? That sounds great and all. But let's switch up the mood a little bit. I want to give props to all my folks out there on Twitter. I love Twitter. You know what? Things go by so fast on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter at FUKJOSH. Follow us at Holland Jungle on Twitter. Now, I heard one of the funniest tweets I done read in a long time from Martin Lawrence. It goes like this. Normal rooster goes cock-a-doodle-doo. Stupid rooster goes doodle doodle cock, and gay rooster goes any cock'll do.
That's disgusting. That's what that is. The views expressed by that fool over there I have nothing to do with.
Spectator Sports.
Thanks again, Martin Lawrence, for all the great tweets. Thanks to all the people who follow us on Twitter. Like I
He'll
said,
be apologizing pretty soon.
for what? What
For
is there
making
to
that gay
apologize
remark,
for?
the saying the gay the putting people like downing gay people, the joking on gays because he's in the Hollywood business. So he'll be, oh, I didn't mean that. He'll just be eating his words.
Sort of like who? Kanye?
What Kanye? What words did Kanye eat?
The world famous. George people do not like black people. George people don't care about black people.
That was just a stupid comment. I mean,
it was the truth.
I don't know about
Spectator
that.
Sports.
Let's go ahead and digress on this comment. We don't want old George to come and find us with the good old boys and take care of us. So let's go ahead and handle what we got to handle so we can stay where we at. Keep it moving. Next topic. Let's go ahead and Spectator Sport. We back. This the kid Lott. I ain't going nowhere, but I'm back. But let's go ahead and talk about the Sacramento Kings. I know you wouldn't expect us to be talking about the Sacramento Kings. Recently, they fired their coach, Paul Westphal, after 6 games. He's having a lot of clashes with their young superstar, DeMarcus Cousins.
Don't call him a superstar. I'm going to stop you before you even go any further. He's not a superstar.
The first-round pick.
He's not a superstar.
Top 5 pick.
Look at his numbers. I
He's not a
I don't care.
superstar,
That
but
dude that the
he's
Pistons
there.
drafted 4 years ago,
Yeah.
or 5 or 6 years ago.
Darko Milicic.
Yeah, they kicked. Look at him. He was garbage
Well,
when they drafted him. He was horrible.
I
He
take
was
it back.
starting
He's
to
not a
pick up.
star, but
he's not a superstar.
he's a big
young
prospect
player.
that they got. A top 5 pick that they expect big things from. In his first game
But
with his new coach.
He hasn't been producing anyways on the court. So.
In the first game with his new coach, Keith Smart, he came back with 15 points, or 19 points, 15 rebounds. So, he had a real good night. He hugged his coach. To me, he's a bit of a drama queen. Come on, man. You need to grow up, kid. You need to really grow up. You got a good coach like Paul Westphal. Things ain't always going to be sweet, Things ain't always going to be peachy. That's what the league is about. You got to be a professional. You got to be an adult. When situations aren't as expected, you adapt. You keep it moving. You got to grow, man.
I'm going to steal a line for Shaq. Why are we talking about the Sacramento Queens again? Why are we doing that? Who cares? They suck. They have some young talent on that team, but at the end of the day, you fire a guy over this kid who he hasn't even been producing. What are you going to fire? A guy who took a team to the NBA Finals before. He knows how to get there. He knows how to coach. He's been in the business for a while, and you're going to fire him over. I understand that, he's 51 and 120 over, these past 2 seasons. But, they're a young team. You got to give him some time. But by firing him, and who are you going to get now? You promote this other guy. They're not going to win any games. Why are we talking about the Sacramento Queens like he's making them? He is a drama queen. And, there's no reason to talk about DeMarcus Cousins because just do your job, be a professional, and shut your mouth. He's the head coach. You do what you're told, plain and simple. You haven't been in this league. You haven't established anything in this league yet to open your mouth and demand trades. Who do you think you are?
I am the talent.
Exactly. You're not the talent, though, because you haven't been producing. I'd rather think Tyreek Evans. Now, I see Tyreek Evans, he's a young player. None of these other guys are beefing with the coach. It's just this one kid.
Talk about
come
indoctrination.
On,
You just so indoctrinated by the system, man. What's your problem, guy?
What system?
Why can't this guy, as a professional, have an opinion?
He hasn't done anything. What has he done? What has he done? Just like the kid over in the Jets. Not Sanchez, the third string quarterback from Alabama. I forgot this dude's name. The third string quarterback that went on the rant about the Jets locker room. You didn't hear about that? No. You didn't hear about that? Yeah, it's
the
just
Jets
like
are irrelevant. My Dolphins buried them last week,
I'm not
and we
talking
buried
about,
their
the
big
point
mouth
is
coach.
this. The point is this.
Shame on
he
you.
hasn't established
Skinny
anything.
fat guy, we buried you.
Listen to me. He hasn't established anything in the NBA. No type of credibility. No type of no anything. He hasn't won anything yet to be challenging the coach and demanding trades like you've done anything. This guy took a team to the NBA Finals. He's been coaching for a very long time. He knows what he's doing. You just got out of college.